feed editor of Boca and Delray magazines, and welcome to Boca Goes Live. And today, my guest is Laura Simon, Executive Director of the Downtown Development Authority. And we're here to talk about Savor the Avenue, everybody's favorite dinner event, coming up on Monday, April 19th. And Boca and Delray magazine have been doing this with Laura and the DDA for, I'm going to say 12 years now. I can't believe it. And it's back. It's finally back. It's my favorite event of the year. And Laura, what's going to be different this year?
Well, first, I want to say thank you, first of all, for having us here, having me here from the DDA, and just thank you for this partnership that we've had. Actually, I think it's 13 years, because technically we didn't do it last year, but this will be the 13th year. So, but it is exciting. We're really happy to be able to bring this event back to Delray Beach in a different way. And it'll be still very social, but more physically distanced. So it's a social event that is on the street of East Atlantic Avenue from Swinton to Federal Highway. So it's a 5-block spread out. And this year will be on the street, but even more spread out.
So we're not going to have one long table this year, right?
No, there'll be individual tables still on the double yellow line, but it'll be in a staggered format. So each table is 8 feet long, and we're maxing them. If you're with a party of 8, you can sit at a table together. But right now we're doing 6 tops for each table, and they will be individually set on the street. So, but in the restaurant format. So for those that are loyal Savor fans, we set up each restaurant and a grouping together, and we will do that this year as well. Traditionally in front of the restaurant, if it's on the street. And for those restaurants, we have 4 restaurants that are joining us from other parts of the downtown, and they'll be set up east of the railroad tracks. There's 3 of them. Cafe Luna Rosa, Shea, and Death or Glory will be on the east side of the railroad tracks. And then we have Rose's Daughter and Brûlée that are joining us this year for the first time. And they'll be on the 2nd Avenue corridor on Atlantic Avenue, right in front of
Are you going to go, do we go on pods this year? Like I would go with, if there's 6 of us, with 5 of my friends and we sit together, or we're not going to be sitting with strangers. That's another thing that's a little different this year, right?
Yeah, we're definitely strongly recommending that you come as a group of 6 or 4 or 8. So they'll be able to establish based on the number of seats that we provided for each restaurant. We do have larger parties that are coming. I heard yesterday there was a group of 18 that are coming together.
Wow.
Taking over 3 tables. And if they added 2 more people to their group, they could add them to those tables. So but it is really strongly recommended that you come together with your family or your friends as a group. That way you're together. We are doing, have extra safety protocols in place this year following CDC guidelines as far as the distance. We're requiring masks be worn unless you're sitting and dining. And if you're in the footprint coming into the event, when you arrive, you'll be temperature checked. You'll be provided a lanyard, a wristband, and all of the essentials for the event. And those that are coming down to dine in the restaurants that are open, because all of our restaurants will still be open on this Monday night. And will be, if you're walking within the footprint or walking in that area, you'll need to have a mask, but we strongly suggest that you dine in the restaurants to be part of this event as well. So it's a little different. It'll seem a little different. Maybe I think we're all a little bit used to it now, but it'll be nice to have, the street is closed to vehicle traffic, and it's in April, so it should be a beautiful time of year.
No, it's like it reminds me of being somewhere in Europe. Yeah. It's beautiful. It's outside. You can hear music. Mm-hmm. It's really pretty, and it just feels good. You always feel, I don't know, I always feel like elegant and Italian when I go. I don't know what it is, but it's great. How
Um,
do people get a seat at the table? Now, what's the procedure that we go through to buy a ticket?
So our menus are up on the websites now, and downtowndelraybeach.com and I think bogamag.com. The menus are up, but reservations open up in each restaurant. So the way to reserve a seat is to call the restaurant directly or the number provided on the menu. And that is how you you don't purchase a ticket, you really purchase a seat at the table. And that once you receive that notification with the restaurant, they'll follow up with each individual that's attending. And that night, that 5:30 is when the event starts with the reception. You would check in prior to at that restaurant on the street with us. We'll be on tables all down the Atlantic Avenue in a yellow with a yellow tablecloth. So you'll be able to identify us. And you'll check in there and receive all the materials and ready for a fun night.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Do you think you're going to sell out like we do every year? I do too.
I do.
I think people are dying to go to this. I can just see on social media, I just mentioned it, and all of a sudden it was, I'm going. So,
No,
well,
it is,
yeah.
it does sell out every year. We're limited the number this year. So we did reduce it by close to 400 people. So it definitely doesn't have as many seats on the street. But again, as I said, it's a lot of people that might still want to be down and be part of it. I know there's some of the restaurants that are participating, but are going to have like a savor on the side, savor off the avenue type of menu. So it gives a chance for everybody just to come out and just take part and enjoy and be a voyeur, if you will.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Well, let's talk about the best part, the great food, because we need to talk about the restaurant. So I was going to run through them really fast with you.
Sure. Okay.
I think I've eaten at all of these, just about, not quite all, but yeah, I love them all. Okay, so first up is Elizabeth's.
Mhm.
I was trying to think what I say to everybody and what I like best about Elizabeth's, and it's everything. And yeah, and plus that outside porch on the second floor is so cool that they have. And at Savor, they're going to have a beef short rib bolognese.
Yum.
Yeah, forget it. After
Yeah.
we go through this list, we're both going to be really hungry.
It's time.
Cabana El Rey. Are you kidding me? That's fun. Our great Cuban restaurant.
And that is, so Elizabeth is its first year being into Savor the Avenue. Cabana, I think they've been doing it for 12 years. So
yeah, they've always, and they're having a braised pork shank, they're having ceviche. And at other times, what I love about Cabana is that walk-up coffee. You can walk up and get a real cafecito there, which is wonderful. Yeah. Which is, I'm usually getting cocktails, but every now and then you gotta have it.
Right.
Okay, Avalon. I haven't eaten there yet, but it's very new and very posh, right? Have you been there yet?
I have. We ate there just several weeks ago, and it was fantastic. Beautiful setting. The service was fantastic. The menu is exquisite, and the service is excellent as well. It is a steak and seafood style menu, but it's fabulous. So highly recommend it. And they're a great asset to the other beautiful restaurants that we have here in our city. So
yeah, and they're going fancy. They're having a Wagyu. I don't know how to say it, but
yeah,
I think that's is that Japanese? Yeah, Japanese for really expensive steak. That's really good. And crab tortellini, they're going to be wonderful. I can't wait to try that place.
They're doing wine pairings with most all are doing wine pairings with every course as well. So that's exciting as well.
So we would say Uber is a great idea.
Yes.
For this night. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Rocco's Tacos, everybody's favorite. And my favorite thing about their menu for Savor the Avenue is their cocktail after dinner is the Pablo Escobar. I can only imagine. I mean, if it lived up to its name, that would sell out. So
Is
We love Marcos
that
tacos.
is it's a fun night there too, fun team that runs that operation, and they have a
Yep.
good time. They're getting ready. They were talking about their decor today, so it should be true to their Rocco style. So I'm excited to see
Good.
it.
Rose's daughter, that's one that that's like top of my list. Now that I'm gonna start going out again because I'm vaccinated and everybody loves this place. It's like mom's, Sunday dinner. It's actually, a restaurant that takes after her mother's trattoria, right? In New York.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is exciting because this is Suzanne and the team's first time with Savor, and it's been really working closely with them as they prepare for this. And it is a team effort. So she's like, Laura, I want to talk to the team, make sure that we're ready to be part of this. And then when they said, we're really excited about the menu because we all collaborated on it and we're bringing a little bit of everything into it. So it's a beautiful thing to see. And I'm really excited to see what how they perform and what
Yeah.
just
That'll
bring
be
to
fun.
the app.
Okay, Rack's Fish House and Oyster Bar. Okay, that's the one with the dessert.
Mhm.
First, I have two things to say. Well, their walk-up bar is my favorite, like hideaway thing out of the avenue. I have to say, if I go down for anything, like even to buy a pair of shoes, somehow I end up at that walk-up bar. I can't help myself. But at Savor the Avenue, they're going to have farmhouse warm cheddar biscuits, and their dessert is Elvis bread pudding. Give me
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds
That
fabulous.
sounds phenomenal.
There's other stuff too, of course. They're not just going to give us biscuits. But I mean, that is a great place, and it looks like a fun menu. And City Oyster, I mean, is that your home away from home, Laura?
Oh, it is. I think it's a lot of people's home away from home, but it's celebrating. It's close to, I think it's 20 something anniversary in our downtown. Been there for a long time, and it is always perfect. I would have to say it's a great team. Mojave, she's ready to serve it up, and they're excited for Savor to come back. They were really disappointed last year, so everyone is really excited, I think, but more so just to see their guests and to see
Because that's like a C&B restaurant in
Yes.
Delray. You don't think the little Delray is having a big power lunch, but if
It
it did, it might be there. Even
Yes.
as a power lamp, people are be wearing flip-flops, but it's
Right. Yeah, no, agreed. You're absolutely right. It's a
And
place
they're
you're
having
gonna go meet somebody or see someone, then you'll catch up with a bunch of other people there at the same time. So,
Chili and Seaback. Vic and Angela's, great Italian, been there by the tracks.
Yeah.
I have three words on their menu for Savor: Italian fried cheesecake.
oh my gosh,
I
dessert
know.
sounds
Wait,
like the best thing right
I can't
now.
say anymore. It's just, that's got another great outdoor bar. I mean, that's been, how many years has Vic and Angela's been here? A long time.
Yes, they're close. They're past 20 as well. So they were the Hoot Toot and Whistle prior to, and then Vic and Angelo's after that.
Oh, I remember when they were Ken and Hazel's.
Ken and Hazel's.
Yeah.
That was
For breakfast. That's a long
that
time
was
ago.
our daytime restaurant.
Cafe Luna Rosa. Oh, great oceanfront spot. Ernie de Blasio is a chef. They have a secret, now not so secret, happy hour that I love. Hardest working people on the ocean, and just a great management, a great group. They're having grilled, let's see, watermelon salad, steak. I mean, that's just, how many courses are in Savor the Avenue? Four
Four courses.
That's what I thought. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Plus we have the welcome reception where it's, welcome drink, and we'll do a champagne toast before we get started as people sit down at 6:15, 6:30, and then the first course followed by, 4 courses after that. And it is a traditionally a tasting event. So with each course, there's a different pairing, whether it's a wine or a beer or some other beverage that and even a cordial at the end. So it's a nice evening to obviously splurge, as you can see. Everybody needs to
Right.
enjoy every course.
Yeah, so the Elvis bread pudding alone would do it. Che, this may be one of the best locations in Delray Beach. Smack on the intercoastal with its own parking lot, which is like gold now.
Mhm.
And one word for Che is empanadas in my mind. I mean, but it's a great outdoor terrace for dining. Do you go there
We
often?
do. It is great. And I love my mother and father love it. And it's great because it is, it does have its great parking and it has a beautiful view of the ocean, of the intercoastal, and that gets that sunset, you're outside, lots of space to spread out as well. The good thing is I have to say every restaurant in our community has outside dining, but everybody has a different view a little bit and a different take on it. But that is, it is a hidden gem, I think, in our community, and their beautiful family that owns that and has taken it to a different level. So, and it is a little bit of a hidden gem. So I strongly encourage you
Yeah.
to check it out. They
And
do
those
have a good happy
empanadas
hour
are
as
gonna
well. So
be, yeah, they do. Empanadas are gonna be in the menu too for Savor. Okay, Death or Glory. Hoo boy, where do you start describing
I
Death
know.
or Glory? You got everything from a tiki bar to a pop-up Christmas bar.
I know.
It's so over the top, man. These crazy Polynesian cocktails. It's
I know.
fun. How much
They-
fun is Death or Glory?
it's a traditionally fun location as well. I mean, Falcon House prior to that. So it has a fun vibe all the way through, but they're also a hardworking group that is a family and really works hard to make things happen and have been working hard, as many have, through this
Yeah,
pandemic.
they have. They really. What
Yeah.
are those little chickpeas they have with if
Oh,
they
they're
do a
roasted.
dust? What kind of? It's like cheese and dust or
Yes.
something. I mean, it's
They're roasted chickpeas. They're fantastic.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's addictive. It's totally addictive. And their theme this year is this Cuban theme, 90 miles from I guess 90 miles from Miami or whatever, 90 miles to
Yeah.
Cuba. But it's a whole Cuban themed menu, and it looks like only as Death or Glory would do it over the top and really fun. So,
Yes.
if you're sad, sign up for Death or Glory. You won't be for long. Lemongrass.
Yeah.
That's like a standby. Where I mean, that's
Oh, it's
I love
traditionally,
lemongrass.
consistently, an authentic Asian cuisine, and they are a very, their service is consistently fantastic as well. So they've done, they've been at that location for over, I think probably over 20 years as well. Part of the revitalization of the downtown, and just continue to be a huge leader and advocate for, all that's happening here as well. So
Yeah,
we're
and
just
it's a
excited.
comprehensive Asian menu. It has all kinds of different Asian food, and it's all really good.
Yes.
It's for the breadth of that menu. I mean, it's so consistent. I
Mhm.
get this comfort food. My Asian comfort food is Pat Woon Sen.
Ooh, that sounds great. Great
Oh,
lunch
it's
spot
really
as
good.
well. That's another good lunch spot on the avenue too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that place. And at Savor, they're going to have Thai lobster coconut soup,
Yum.
which I mean that checks off all the boxes right there. They're having sea
Mhm.
bass, so you can't go wrong with that. They always do a great job. And who do we have left?
You
I think
missed
that was
two.
it. I mean,
No,
my gosh, what a great bunch of
you
restaurants.
missed two.
I did.
Lionfish.
Lionfish, did I skip over it? Lionfish is a new hot spot. How could I do that?
Lionfish, and also we have a small showing for Johnny Bird, a part of Johnny Brown. So
That's right.
Lionfish ownership, and they own Johnny Brown's as well. So that is a new addition for us. Johnny Brown's is traditionally the after party for Savor the Avenue, because in the past the music would begin after the dinner's over, but they have a menu that is on our site as well.
Oh, that's the menu with the fun sliders and wings.
Yes,
And
it's like
yeah, Johnny Brown's
style.
is going to be rocking. I'm surprised they don't have TVs at every every chair or something.
They're doing a really cool, I've heard some tips about their decor. It's going to be very Johnny Brown style. And they are doing an open bar as part of their, not wine pairing, but an open bar style. So that's their twist on Savor. And then Lionfish. Lionfish was hoping to have their grand opening, Savor as their grand opening last year.
I remember.
So this is a
Here
great,
they are.
exciting moment for them to showcase their chef and their culinary ocean to table brand that they
And
have.
plus, that's the most gorgeous restaurant. It's so chic, and it really did take things up a notch on the avenue, I have to say. It's quite beautiful, and their seafood is wonderful, and it's also like the hot spot, don't you think? It's one of them now on the avenue.
It is.
Big
It's
deal.
definitely got a great buzz, has a great happy hour as well. And the outside patio dining area is, a great place to, people watch and to be in that space because it is right on the track. So you see a lot of activity there on the avenue. But the food is just a great collection of different types of items on the menu, from rolls to a lot of different shareables that they have, and it's different, very different twists.
Yeah,
So.
they're having grilled swordfish, one of my favorites at Savor the Avenue. So that's going to be a really elegant place to go. So, I mean, what a range of places that we have this year. I'm so excited. I think I just, when does the madness start? When can people start calling and muscle their way in?
Reservations open up on Monday, the 15th. So mark your calendars. It's like the vaccine, sign up. But you can just jump in and, try to make a reservation at these restaurants. But again, it is limited seating. So we don't want to be discouraging people, but because there are restaurants still open after if you can't get a seat. And then also just stay in tune because some people, things happen and seats open up. We've had some people that in the past had seats as we went into closer to the event, parties canceled and people were able to get in. So some of the restaurants do set up a wait list, and I strongly encourage people to get on that as well if they don't make the reservation. So, but the 15th.
Yeah, if they're on their game, and they ought to be after signing up for COVID shots, they should get in. So I don't think there's anything else I need to ask you this time, except, this makes me want to figure out what I'm having for dinner. And none of it sounds as good as what I just was reading. So I guess we'll just see you there.
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
Luck signing up, and I'm so happy that the DDA and that we got to do this again this year. It's really marks sort of a new beginning, I think.
Yes, I do too. And I am very grateful as well. And I know our restaurants are excited too. They were really thrilled to hear that this was coming back. And we just look forward to seeing everybody out there and to be, mindful. And if they have questions, they can always reach out to us here at the Downtown Development Authority office. If they have any questions or anyone has any more specifics, you can email us at, dda@downtowndelraybeach.com or call us here at the Downtown Development Authority. We're happy to talk and happy to share. So
yeah, and we got it in Delray magazine. We have a whole spread that you can read
absolutely
on Savor the Avenue that has all the rules and regulations and how you sign up and all that stuff, and the different restaurants for in it. So anyway, Laura, thank you so much for sitting down with us. I really enjoyed it as usual, and I think it just shows that we're overdue to try some of these. So thank you. Yeah. And we'll see everybody at Savor the Avenue. Thanks for coming.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.